Right, hello, and welcome to Taking a Deeper Look. And we will be looking into society and community. Okay, have some questions for you. Um, Question one. Can you relate to this? Because every time society was mentioned to me growing up, I always thought of something negative. It had always, I don't know why, it always had like this negative connotation to it, right? So I've been contemplating this for years. I'm like, why? Why is it so negative? And then I realized, let's put the bigger picture together. Let's put the pieces together. So I come from a traditional Fijian Indian family, and very traditional background. And society was considered negative because whenever we had hopes and dreams, and we would go to our parents like, I want to do this, and then they're like, no, what would people say? Crushed, just crushed. So that's one example, but that was negative. So anything that strays from tradition, or anyone that strays from tradition, will have that negative comment like, "Oh, society says this." That's where I kept the connection. I would love to hear about your experiences and where you have that negative connection, if you do. I would love to read it in the comments if you're interested in participating. If not, you don't have to. It is optional. All right, so let's. I feel like we should narrow this down a little bit more. I'm the youngest of three kids, right? I am completely different than both of my siblings, and I have done things in a completely different way. I've done everything like the exact opposite of what was seen as acceptable in this society, or the soul claim society. So growing up in a traditional world, where girls are supposed to be seen, not heard, and we're not supposed to have an opinion, how's that going for me? Or for us, I should say. But let's talk about community. Like, how do you feel when you hear the term community? What do you got? Because for me, it's a place where you're like, oh, I can belong here, and I can receive like unconditional love and support. Like, this can be family. All right. So I literally do envision like agree to disagree scenarios where you have a conversation where someone's like, oh, let me get so defensive and just fight and yell and do all that. No. A community is where you have two people or parties or whatever groups, and there's a discussion, not a debate, but a discussion where person A says one thing, person B says, oh, I respect that. But I think this is how I believe in, and this is how I interpret that answer, whatever they said. And like, oh, person A is like, okay, oh, I can see that. Oh, that's awesome. And neither one is trying to change the minds of another person, nor are they invalidating realities, nor are they being rude in any sort of way. That's what I envision as in a community. No one's, as long as no one's being hurt by these beliefs or the behaviors, why on earth do we have to get everyone to agree with everything all the time? Differences are created for a reason. Learn what the reason is. It changes, of course, and I do not promote harm to anybody in any sort of way. So if it causes harm, definitely we disagree with that. But if it doesn't cause harm, and it's only affecting the one person that believes it, that's their decision. That's just how it is. So, I mean, I don't. I love the term community so much, and I don't know if it's because I never felt like I belonged anywhere. Like, I'm still finding where home is for me, right? And I love the term community so much. I mean, I'm building one, like a wide range actually. So, not only here, but on my blog, Facebooks. Yeah, there's multiple pages. One a company page, my personal page. I might do a business page. Not might, I should do a business page because everything's mixing and I don't like it. And then you have Instagram platform, and I have several pages there because I have different side hustles and like different mentalities, different moods. So I'm like being specific. We have what else we have? TikTok I started, and I think that's all of them. But that's a lot. And the reason why is because I want anybody that hears my message, no matter what platform they're on, I want them to be able to be like, oh, someone gets it. I need this. Here you go. You're welcomed in. Like, to be a part of a community, all you have to do is either like the page, follow the page, comment, be a part of this, however you wish. It is a movement that I am creating, and that's what this is. And community is power in numbers. And I think the more of us that come together as one, and whatever that may be, we can make the world a better place, just one bit at a time. And it's going to take a while, I know. But we have time. It might not seem like it, but we have time. So that's pretty much the deeper look. I mean, do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love, 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 love to hear feedback from you. And I actually did type up, because this was originally a blog post, and then I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to do a video, because I feel like my voice would have more power. So yeah. Let me read this. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to read this one. One second. Okay, yeah. We're going to read this because I don't want to butcher it, and I think I worded it amazingly. So here we go. Here is another conclusion that I came to upon studying about society and people in general. Also, by the way, I'm a psych major, so aspiring therapist, working on it. So to put that into that, I've done research on this stuff too. All right, shall we get to this conclusion? Let's get into it. So, based off the different reactions of both terms, I think society is like fitting in, and community is about belonging. Fitting in implies you need to fit whatever mold society holds acceptable and disregard your own identity and uniqueness. Whereas belonging implies that you are accepted for who you truly are, and there are no repercussions because differences are embraced and respected. And no one is above or beneath another person. And there is mutual respect, understanding, honesty, compassion, empathy, and so, so much more. Wasn't that awesome? I love writing, guys. I absolutely do. So I have a question for you. And we're going to end this with a poll. And I would love, if you want to participate, again, it is optional. I would deeply appreciate if you do. If not, still sending you love. And thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay? So poll time. Which version of society would you prefer to be in? That's a question for you. I'll let you sit with that. And I cannot wait to hear the responses. And you can set the responses however you wish, whether it's a comment here. I believe there is a new email. And I will link that email I'll put in the description so that there's no typos or anything. But yeah, that is my understanding, and that's taking a deeper look into society and community and just my outlook on it. Outlook? Is that the right word? Huh. My take on it? My perspective? Okay, well, let's go with perspective. My perspective on it. Thank you for listening, as always, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. And sending you lots of love and light, and I'll see you in the next video.